mind of super genius mancat Professor Genki. Maximum pleasure in urban combat.
Yeah, well, the trailer starts off with the Saints robbing a bank, which turns out is owned by the Syndicate, this new bad guy they were introducing. The Syndicate is this global conglomerate of gangs that is really made up of the Luchadors, the Morningstar, the Deckers, and they're really super powerful. And they want the Saints to kind of come into their organization. But that means that the Saints are going to have to give up about 66% of all their profits, and the Saints are rolling too deep. They've got all the money. They're like, forget this, there's no way. And it sets up this big war between the Syndicate and the Saints that carries you through the entire game. It's all about focusing on the Saints, and because you're the leader of the Saints. You know, you've built this gang, you know, from your blood, sweat, and tears, and you want to see them go through the top. So it's all about fighting against the Syndicate. And we've also, Stag is this big military complex that comes in towards the end of the game that really wants to try and shut down all of these gang wars that are happening in Steelport. And so it's the Saints versus the Syndicate as well as the Saints versus Stag. With Saints Row 2, I think we really started to push into that crazy, ridiculous, over-the-top feeling. The activities like Septic Avenger, you're driving around spraying sewage on people, and the gamers, the community really seemed to embrace that and really wanted more of that. So we said, great, that's where we wanted to push the direction of the game. Let's go ridiculous, let's go crazy. We've got a brand new engine that we've built from the ground up to really support all these crazy, ridiculous ideas we want to do, running through the streets of Steelport, throwing flying elbows on people, throwing suplexes, just crazy, ridiculous fun is what we're focused on. There will be a lot of recruiting. You'll have some returning members from Saints Row 2. Sean D. Pierce, Johnny Gat will be with you. But because it's a new city, we need to figure out ways to introduce the player to the new city. So we've got, Angel de la Muerte is an ex-wrestler down on his luck, and he has a history with Killbane, the leader of the Luchadors. And you'll also meet guys like Zemos the Pimp, who speaks with an auto-tune voice because he's had a tracheotomy. Lots of crazy, ridiculous, interesting characters to really kind of give you a good feel for what Steelport is. I think it's about making everything cohesive and also just making sure that players have lots of options and choice to do what they want, but give them a compelling story and a reason for why all of these things are happening. The story is there for players to play. They can play through the entire thing. In previous versions, we would use respect as sort of this gating mechanism. You'd have to earn enough respect to unlock the next story mission. This time around, if you just want to play through the story, you can do that, and respect is going to be used to upgrade player abilities, upgrade your car, buy lots of cool new weapons. And so it's really letting players play the way that they want to. We're going to have 2-player online drop-in, drop-out co-op, just like we did on Saints Row 2. Everyone loved it. It was lots of fun to drive around and wreak havoc in the city with a buddy. So that's definitely coming back. We've got some enhanced features for co-op. But that's the sole focus in terms of online multiplayer. We had competitive multiplayer in Saints Row 2, but we really wanted to focus on throwing all the resources and all that content into the co-op experience to just give players this super unique, they're not going to find it in any other game co-op experience. You'll have regular vehicles, your cool little sports cars, your monster trucks, but we've also got, being Saints Row, crazy, ridiculous, over-the-top vehicles like our VTOL, the vertical takeoff and landing jet. It goes from like hover mode into jet mode at the touch of a button. It's got microwave lasers. You can shoot heat-seeking rockets. It's crazy and it's fun. And we've got one of our pre-order bonuses, the Professor Genki Super Ballistic Manapult.
The Super Ballistic Manapult!
You can drive it around town, suck up people up to 6 pedestrians at a time, and then it's got a cannon on top of it, so you launch people across the world, shooting at other vehicles, shooting at cars, shooting at buildings. It's pretty crazy. Saints Row the Third is going to be in stores November 15th on PC, Xbox 360, and PS3.
Ensure the acquisition of yours today!